Hello, my beautiful friends from around the world. Welcome back to my channel, Clarity with Carolee, where I help to bring you clarity through life's toughest challenges. Today's reading is for all the single people out there this Valentine season. I want to look at, are you single and looking, or single and succeeding, or a little bit of both? What's your focus right now? Looking into the future, is there potential for love, or is right now a season of focusing on your own journey, your own healing, your own path? We'll see what the cards pull up, and just general advice for singles this Valentine's Day. I'm going to lump myself in with you because I'm single as well. And I've been single and succeeding, single and healing for a really long time. So I'm actually curious too. I think I will pay close attention to what Spirit is saying to all of us in today's reading. I have 3 piles for you to choose from here. Pile number 1, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Pile number 2, Imrama, where are you being called to journey? And pile number 3, the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So 3 piles for you to choose from. Take a moment, take a deep inhale, relax. Focus on the love-filled messages Spirit has for you as a single person in this world today, in this segment of your life. And then let Spirit be your guide as to which pile to choose. When you're ready, you can go down to the description box and select the timestamp next to the pile that you choose. See you in your reading. Angels of love, nurturing, and abundance, please come in to guide us today. Guide all of us single people towards living our best life. So not only living our best life, but also connecting with the right people, whether it's a love relationship or business relationships, filling our hearts with joy. Spirit, please help my pile number 1s on their single solo adventure right now. So what's going on? Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Where you're at right now, pile 1 is perfect timing. It doesn't always feel that way, but when you start to look back at the breadcrumbs that you followed throughout your life, you'll notice a similar pattern or pieces of information that you picked up along the way that you're using in your life right now. And I think a lot of you are just starting to realize how all of the pieces really fit together of this experience, that experience, the next experience, and where it's all of those experiences are a part of your toolbox. They're showing me that it's a part of your toolbox, and you needed all of those experiences in order to be where you're at right now, in order to manifest the things that you want to manifest in your life, in order to achieve the goals that you are setting for yourself. So for this pile, Spirit is really saying that you are single and succeeding, not necessarily single and looking, although you might be really open to it. We're going to look more at what's happening in your heart with the cards, with the tarot cards. I'm really being drawn to the Sphinx here. So, and you see that there's these 3 passageways. There's this passageway to the Sphinx, and then that passageway to like, I'm getting like Antarctica or whatever. Something cold, there's icebergs, things like that there. 2 completely different worlds. One's the desert and one's the water worlds. And And then she's just journeying along through this center. It's almost like she's walking on water here. Hold on one second. And everything in the foreground here is from the past. Everything is sort of, I think it's like you're not looking back at the past anymore. So maybe some of you have been through devastating breakups and relationships, and you're just sort of at this point where you're thinking, screw all of that. I just want to focus on me. I want to focus on my own journey. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and now I want to focus on where my soul is taking me. And I think that for a lot of you in this pile, you have come to that realization that where you're at right now is okay. You're even grateful for it. No, that's not the Sphinx. What is that one? Some sort of tomb. Doesn't matter. Maybe you've traveled a lot in your life. Maybe you've been to a lot of different countries, a lot of different places, and you've seen the world, and now you're open to something different, not just travel. You know, it's like when you're they're also showing me that if you're looking at profiles, if you are sort of single and looking, and you're looking at profiles on whatever app, I think that Spirit is saying, they're saying keep an open mind. No, but they were saying something else. Sorry, guys. There was something coming through, and then it's like, no, keep an open mind. You've traveled the world, you know. Oh, this is what they're saying. So you're looking online at different profiles, and everybody says, "Oh, I love to travel. I love to travel," but do they really mean it? Where have they been? You love to travel. You've traveled a lot, but now I think you're at a point where you're open to something different, something new, not just travel, and not necessarily just stability and monotony. You know what I mean? Like, it's not exactly that. It's like you are almost open to the universe to surprise you. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so you're open to the universe surprising you with what comes next. I'm hearing come what may. So let's take a look at this. Pile number 1, single and looking, or single and succeeding. Pile number 1, what do my singles need to know, Spirit, for this this season, this love-filled season? Okay, I'm gonna take those ones. King of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. I'm seeing the 2 of Pentacles in my head, looking at this King of Swords card. Did I say King of Pentacles? I meant to say King of Swords. What is this? King of Swords. Oh, that kind of peeked out. Page of Swords, but it sort of flipped over in the deck. So I'm gonna show you guys this Page of Swords. It sort of flipped so I could see it and then went back in. So I think there's some sort of hidden communication from the King of Swords, or there's something, an experience, an explanation that needs to be had with a King of Swords. So an air sign, potentially, doesn't have to be, but Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, who maybe potentially with the 3 of Pentacles put you in a third party at some point in your life, in the past. But why is it your guidance is divinely guided? Why the King of Swords, Spirit? Okay, what's this? The Will of Mars. Okay, so Mars is all about communication. With the Page of Swords that came out, this is something around communication. Interesting. There could be somebody from your past who wants to make something right, who wants to come forward and explain something to you. It could be from a past in this life or a past in a previous life. And with your guidance is divinely guided, it's almost like Spirit is guiding you towards this conversation with somebody. It could be somebody new, the King of Swords, who's like, I'm getting a King of Wands energy. Sorry, Some cards just fell onto the floor. Oh, just one card. The Hierophant. Spirit. It feels almost too specific. Let's see. Page of Cups. Okay, 1 second, you guys. This is like a whole other message besides your guidance is divinely guided. Let me get something a little more specific. Spirit, around your guidance is divinely guided. Is this like people being drawn together and a situation that's going to come up? What's this? Ace of Swords. It could be an idea. They're being very vague in their communication with me. Divinely guided towards a conversation. One more moment. I want to get one more card. Just, what am I not seeing here? How does this all tie together? I'm hearing someone's got some explaining to do. These cards are heavy. Hold on 1 sec. One more card, Spirit. Just a general... Glue all of this together. Tie all of these pieces together. Okay, I'm just going to pull this one out. 9 of Wands. Magus. Magician. Oops. This is in the background. Okay. All right. So there's something going on in the background that Spirit is hinting. Oh, and then at the bottom right now, we have 2 of Cups. So this is something just that's very hidden from you, or maybe something that your subconscious has been willing or dreaming of or connecting to, or something that you've sort of maybe not prayed for, but had in the back of your mind, this conversation that you want to have with somebody from the past, a King of Swords type energy who maybe put you in a 3 of Pentacles or a third party situation, or there was a lot of confusion around this relationship. And what happened with you is it really set you off. Like it really, I'm going to put this 2 of Cups right here. I think it's important. So there's something from the past, this relationship that you had in the past, change the trajectory of your existence to a certain extent, to your plan for this life. It was unnecessarily hard, unnecessarily blocked, and now everything is necessary. Everything happens for a reason, and so the 2 of you parted paths. One of you went about your lives doing other things. I think I think this person might have gotten married, had children, or has some sort of other obligations that are very heavy in their life with the Hierophant here. So they went on this path, right, away from you. But what happened to you is that it's almost like you felt like when you met, you were twin flames. They were the one. And maybe emotionally, especially with the Page of Cups here, this could represent children that the 2 of you have or one of you has. It could also represent sort of this very immature energy when you 2 were in each other's lives. And it's almost like they're saying they want to communicate with you. They want to talk to you. They want to set the record straight with the Ace of Swords here and the 9 of Wands. They want to set the record straight about their feelings for you with the Page of Cups. They want to try again. They want to, imprint onto your energy system, onto your body. This is happening on a 5D level. They want to imprint onto you this magnitude, I'm hearing, of love and affection and admiration that they have for you, and they really messed up. They've been manifesting, trying to create, bumping into you with your guidance is divinely guided. It's almost like they're praying to the universe. They want to magically bump into you because there's other blocks, there's other things in the way with the Hierophant here. A lot of heavy responsibilities this person has. So for a long time, it's maybe prevented them from coming towards you, even if they were able to. There's a lot of things that might have gotten in the way. This King of Swords card is just these figures spinning and spinning, spiraling down, over and over and over again, maybe even overthinking it if that was in the reverse position, really overthinking what went wrong, what is it that I want. But I see them coming out of it also with the Nine of Wands. It's like they've been struggling for a really long time, but now they're ready to emerge, right? And they want to, with the big, huge moon in the background there, they're ready to emerge out of the darkness, out of the shadows, out of this journey within, of the journey of healing and getting to know themselves and aligning with their true self as well, following the breadcrumbs, following the guidance, understanding that they have had to make changes in their own life in order to approach you in this way. Now, you could identify as this person that I'm talking about, right? Or you could identify as the one who's coming towards, or the one who that person is coming towards. Doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates. Apply it to your own personal situation. Page of Cups here, or the Page of Cups could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and then we have the Hierophant, which is the Taurus. Again, with the Swords energy there, the Ace of Swords, air sign, Libra, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Sorry, thinking of Virgo in my mind. Anyways, you guys are divinely guided towards each other, right? Sometimes when you're in separation with a twin flame, with a divine counterpart, you've come together at one point in your life, maybe too young, too early, so that you could grow apart in order to do the work that you needed to do on yourselves individually, so that you could come back together to, have that type of relationship that you've always, that your soul dreams of. I'm going to move on to a different deck. Yeah, let's do this different tarot deck. Use the Muse Tarot. Oh, there's too many cards, Spirit. Okay, no, I'll take these. They go along with the messages. Like, it's too fast. Okay. So right now, this person is actively they're having a hard time figuring out how do you want me to lay the cards down? No, this way. Okay, here we go. 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords, Page of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. So they've been daydreaming of a way to manifest you into their lives with the 7 of Cups here, planning it, thinking about it, being a little bit, I'm hearing wishy-washy with the cups and the fish kind of swimming around that card there, being really wishy-washy, not knowing what the right approach is, not knowing if it's possible, if it's even worth it. But they can't shake this feeling of you. So this isn't necessarily like, are you single and looking or single and achieving? I think that you are just single and open to whatever the universe has in store for you. You know enough because of all of the work you've done on yourself that the more you try to know everything, the less you actually know. You know that. You're aware. You're very self-aware. But you've gone through a lot of stuff in your life in order to come to that point, in order to let go of control of the things that you can't control. You can't control other people, so you walked away from this situation. You've done a lot of work integrating with your shadows. You've done a lot of work trusting your own intuition so that you feel comfortable as you move through life. You feel like, okay, even if I don't know exactly what's ahead, I trust that Spirit has my best interest at heart, and that, even if I'm going to face challenges, I always have my own inner guidance, and that's okay. And the right person who is meant for me is going to come along at the right opportunity when I'm doing whatever else. Just like in this Akasha card, you have like these different lives, these different experiences, these different trips or journeys that you've been on, and you're kind of like, I never know. You never know. I could meet somebody when I'm doing that. I could meet somebody when I'm doing this. But I also am picking up that this Akasha card is speaking to past lives. So this is also somebody who maybe you didn't meet in this life earlier on, but it could be somebody from a previous life that you've had many, 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 many lives together. And you've come a long way together. So it might not just be a lover, although we do have the Two of Cups there. It could be a lover coming in, or a twin flame, or soul counterpart. Even just soul family. There's a lot of soul family energy here. Some huge obstacles that you guys have both had to overcome, especially this person though. I feel like I'm hearing, they're saying piece of cake for you is like, I got this. This is a piece of cake because you've been through it so many times and you've really alchemized the pain that you've gone through. You've learned from it. You've grown from it. You're very self-aware, very emotionally mature. This person has taken a little bit longer in coming to terms with themselves, with their own truth, to become the King of Swords, to really honor themselves, right? Who knows what kind of... Okay, and then again, Spirit gave me the King of Swords again. So a double confirmation. It's definitely a air sign or has strong air placements in their chart. Balance, unity. When I see that Justice card right now, number 11, I am thinking of unity. Look, Judgment, huge cards right there. Finally deciding to follow the map, his inner blueprint for his or their life. Could be a female, but I'm getting a heavy masculine energy, especially the two king cards, but take what resonates. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. Justice, balance, fairness, coming home. There's like this coming home energy. I'm getting that this person is very protective of you or will be very protective of you. King of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. They feel lost without you. They feel like coming back to you is like coming home for them. And since they've been in your life, or since they saw you last, they have been completely out of balance. It could be a few months, it could be a few years, longer than that. And here, I'm getting that Poseidon energy, just like seeking, calling to you, seeking inner balance, seeking inner peace, trying to find it within, because you really anchored them. And I don't think that they realized how much you anchored them until you weren't around anymore. And so they've been sort of adrift, going back and forth, maybe even between relationships, other relationships. They've been going back and forth, doing the same thing over and over and over again. It wasn't working out. And it's causing so much stress and anxiety over the path that they chose. They chose the wrong path. And since they've been with you, or since they saw you, even if it was a previous life, they've just been back and forth, not able to feel grounded, not able to focus in the way that they want to focus. I'm hearing just they're so torn. What are they torn between? I'm hearing beacon, like your hearts are like two beacons, right? Calling to each other, two whales in the ocean calling to each other. Six of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so they were torn between money. So Two of Pentacles, they were torn between money. This is probably at the time that you guys were last together. They were torn between money and their love for you. Or they were so drawn to you with the Six of Cups energy in reverse. They could feel that you guys had this soul connection, but maybe they didn't have the words for it. They didn't understand what a soul connection was, why it felt so powerful. But maybe at that time they were, more worried about money, more worried about career, about being perceived in a certain status, a certain way to other people, to family members with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I'm hearing they had a lot to prove in the past. To maybe their mother or father figure. Maybe they were dealing with a lot of wounding from childhood. And so I'm hearing like their alliances were off kilter. Like they prioritized the wrong thing at that time, or now they're seeing that clearly. But at the time, we can only do our best with the information that we have and the conditioning that we've experienced in our lives. So now let's see, should pile number 1, what should they do when this person comes knocking on their door, when this person communicates with them? What should pile number 1 do? Oops. Eight of Wands. I'm just going to pile the cards on top. Six of Swords. Five of Cups. You really need to be honest with this person about how they affected you. Right? It's like you've done so much work on yourself to move away from the pain that breakup caused, or that separation caused. You've done so much work on yourself. You've made so much progress in your life. You're very emotionally mature. You're very self-aware. I've already said that. You know what you want now. You're very valuable. Like you are like, I am valuable. I know my worth. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. So Spirit still wants you to look after yourself with the Five of Cups there. And to be really vulnerable and open and honest about how their actions towards you hurt you in such a way that it has impacted you for a really long time. I don't think that you've been able to love the way that you want to. And there could be other layers on top of that, like many different reasons, childhood abandonment stuff, your own father and mother wounding. There could be a lot of that going on. You guys could be mirroring each other. So this is really about an open and honest conversation about what happened in the past, how you've had to move forward from that point, and how you want to ensure that you don't go through that again. How is it that this person is ready to atone for who they were in the past towards you, or you needing to atone for who you were in the past, whatever it is, right? I don't believe in that it's anybody's fault. We all have different varying degrees of attachment trauma or experiences from our early life that impacted the way we love and connect now. But maybe there's a need to really understand that in each other. It's a very slow journey of rebuilding trust, rebuilding faith, feeling at ease, feeling comfortable after what you went through in the past, together or even apart in your own separate lives. What else is here? King of Wands, Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, that came out twice. King of Swords came out twice. Lots of king energy here. This person is in their king energy now. Maybe they sort of weren't before, like you could see that in them back in the day, but now they're in their king energy. And see, this king is dropping the fire towards the ground, like holding the fire, it's facing downwards, almost to like snuff out that fire. That's like when a Knight of Wands reaches King of Wands energy, they aren't promiscuous, I'm hearing Spirit say. They don't have that like impulse, that drive to fill a void with, you know, with sex, drugs, alcohol, gambling, all that kind of stuff. They're not doing that anymore. They've sown their wild oats. And this is separate from like somebody struggling with an addiction. That's different. But this is somebody who has sown their wild oats, and now they're ready to kind of like not put the passion out, but like direct it towards one person or towards you, and what it is that you two can have together, and you two can build together without that impulsivity that's driving you. There's still a fire burning here, though. He's still holding this staff and it's still on fire. There's still so much love, so much passion in this connection. They know it, you know it. Look at this white snake wrapped around his arm. Like, you guys are like a pretzel, you know, all twisted up together, and you will be, I think, in the beginning of when you do reconnect. But it's with a lot of tenderness. There's a lot of tenderness in this connection. There's a lot of depth, right? There's so much depth here. Intimacy, like bonding. This is something very unique with the Page of Cups here. What's the Page of Cups that came out twice? Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Page of Cups, Spirit. Page of Cups, what is it? Queen of Swords, High Priestess, and Two of Cups. Again, Two of Cups. Oh my God, a lot of the same cards. Again, there could be kids. It looks like this is maybe a child from their previous relationship, or maybe you have a child from your previous relationships that you're coming together, right? That's going to be something that they need to talk to you about, or something that you guys need to learn how to integrate, and a blended family situation. But that's, yeah, so that's what they're wanting to tell you, right? That's I think what Spirit is also wanting you to be aware of when it comes to them going from a Knight of Wands to a King of Wands energy, especially in terms of their passions. If they did put you into a third party, like we talked about earlier, that's different now. They want to tell you, you know, what they've learned from that experience, and that they're not that person anymore, and they're ready to be committed. And that doesn't mean they're going to be boring, right? And I'm not going to go into like what the bedroom situation is going to look like, but there's a lot of passion, a lot of tenderness, a lot of care, and respect. I think that there's a lot of respect in this, mutual respect in this relationship. And you do have other things to consider. They still have those responsibilities, that Hierophant card that came up. They still have maybe children or an ex-partner that they have to deal with, co-parent with. They still have things going on, a business or whatever it is that they do for work. Like, you guys are both very independent, and coming into this relationship again in a much stronger position than you were before. But that, I think the cards that they're saying, like the cards are going to be laid out on the table, so to speak. Absolute clarity and what's the word? Transparency. and that's really important to make this connection work if it's supposed to work right now. They're just trying to figure out at the moment how to come towards you. Yeah, at Four of Cups. And they're also afraid. They're afraid that you're going to reject them, right? I mean, the Four of Cups can be like, it's going to come in when you least expect it. You're going to almost be kind of surprised and busy kind of lazing around. That's when it's going to come in. But this also could be that they're afraid that you're going to reject them. Or for my psychic people out there who know their twin flame and feel this person's energy, and you might be feeling their energy in and around you, or dreaming about them, especially with the Seven of Cups there. That could be, you could be dreaming about them, thinking about them, and then they just sort of pop up as if to say like, oh my God, I knew this was going to happen. I was expecting this, but maybe you've been kind of worried about why it's taking so long. Okay, these are the last cards. I'll do one more oracle card. Seven of Swords, the Magician. Yeah, it's coming in. You don't know when it's going to come in. Spirit doesn't want to give you a time frame. It'll be different for everybody. So the Seven of Swords, it's going to be a surprise. They're manifesting it. Both of you, I think, are actively manifesting this to be reunited with this person. And again, this might not be a lover. I mean, this could be a friend from the past. It can be somebody from a previous life, right? But you can just feel them. I think the point is that you guys can feel this person because of the twin flame or divine counterpart or soul family connection in this relationship. You can feel them coming, and you've called the universe to bring this person back to you or into your life in this moment. You're meant to do something together. I'm not going to look at what that is right now, but there is something that is unfinished here between you and this other person. Okay, now I'm looking at this self-care cards. What is it that my pile number ones can do to bring this person into their lives? What can you focus on? What can you do in terms of loving yourself when it comes to this person or this connection that's coming back or coming in? Okay. Silence. Awareness. So silence says, rest your mind. Silence is good self-care. Yeah. Awareness. Practice present moment awareness. The meaning you yearn for lives in the ever-present now. I think that Spirit just wants you to be aware that this connection is coming. Be aware, feel the vibrations, tap into them psychically, telepathically. See if you can communicate with them now before they show up into your life. Tell them that you're open, open your heart. Just be very aware of your own energy. And because I think they're showing me, like, because you know that this person's going to be coming in sometime soon, to just be aware of, if you care, they're saying, like, if you care, if it matters to you, be aware of, like, what you look like when you leave the house every day. That might be something you want to pay attention to if you've been living in track pants and stuff for a really long time and you're now manifesting somebody. The idea is to, like, okay, be prepared for when they do come in. You're not going to be prepared. You're not going to know when they're going to come in, but be prepared every day kind of thing. But just pamper yourself also. Pamper yourself, take care of yourself. When you feel good or when you look good, you feel that you look good, then you often feel better. So that's something to be aware of. And silence. There's no need to worry, I think, about the silence. Also, there's no need to force or push for anything. Silence doesn't mean that nothing's happening, right? So just listen in the silence, be present in the silence, enjoy the silence, and maybe, you never know, you can hear them. You can hear their heart beating, you can hear their breathing, like you can feel their breath on your neck. That's how connected you guys are. Okay, so with that, pile number one, I'm going to leave it there. Good luck on this venture. Let me know when this person comes in or if this resonates for you. Who is this person? I'm interested to know. I'm curious. Comment below with your thoughts, with your stories, and like the video if it resonated for you. Thank you again just for being here and supporting my work. Big hugs from around the world. See you next time. Bye. welcome pile number 2 to your single Valentine's Day reading. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm trying to think of, there's something about like single and happy, single and solo, single and like, oh, thank God kind of energy. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Whoa. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups. What's this? Nine of Pentacles. Okay, let me organize this. Queen of Cups, Three of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. And Eight of Wands. Wow. You are on a roll. At the bottom of the deck, we have Divine Masculine. Where are you being called to? Who is this Queen of Cups? Who or what? There's definitely a lot of celebration, a lot of joy and fun and love and like just a rainbow of opportunities and dreams coming into your life. What is this Queen of Cups, Spirit? Let's get a little more information. Queen of Cups, what is this? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you had the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine I'll put over here. Hermit, Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Wands when I asked about the Queen of Cups. Seven of Cups. Two sevens. 7, Hermit energy, Virgo, Divine Feminine, Queen of Cups, which is kind of very Divine Feminine energy as well. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Divine Masculine was at the bottom of the deck. So I think that you're coming out of a time of being conditioned by toxic masculinity and embracing your Divine Feminine. So working on your energy, allowing the universe to bring opportunities and love and connections and friendships and, all kinds of things into your life. You've been doing a lot of inner soul work. And then here with the Hermit card, there's the black snake and a white snake, and they're sort of interconnected, right? This is the Kundalini rising through your Sushumna, through your center, your central energy channel. Really being connected to the divine, really being connected to your path. You might have a life number 7, a life path number 7, where you're a teacher, an educator, a healer, a mystic, that kind of energy. You're bringing healing to the world. If you haven't started that already, it's on a large scale too. Where are you being called to journey to? I think you're being called to journey to share your experiences, to share your love, to bring love and light to the world in whatever way it is that you, whatever way you do that, but it involves a lot of communication in some form. So it could be written word, spoken word. I'm getting spoken word if you do spoken word poetry. Art, I think there's a lot of artsy, especially because it is the Divine Feminine nature, is to express the self through art, through beauty. And that is something that you are tapping into right now or doing, right? You might even find that you're more drawn to crafts, arts and crafts even, creative projects, singing more often, dancing more often, taking care of yourself in a better way. You feel, your energy feels very wholesome, very... just wholesome, but whole. It feels like it's been purified. It feels like it's been like maybe I'm seeing somebody doing the like vagina steaming. So maybe that's something that you're doing, just natural care as well. Eastern philosophy, Eastern medicine kind of stuff. I'm seeing that could be what some of you are doing or being called to work with. Plant medicine as well. That's coming up. But this shift that's happening is all in your energy field. So what before may have been blocking you, conflicts, constantly trying to defend yourself, defend who you are, stand up for yourself, speak your truth, breaking cycles of generational trauma, breaking cycles of abusive or painful relationships in your past. Like you're just assimilating all that experience, all that knowledge, all that awareness into something really beautiful that you want to present to the world. Look at this image here. She's connected to the universe, connected to the divine through her third eye, and she's expressing that energy, that love, that connection that she has found with the world, opening up the eyes of the world in some way through her art, through her expression. I say her because this is very divine feminine energy coming through. Doesn't matter how you identify or who you were born as. Even there could be a separating yourself from family with the Three of Cups there. I know it's upright, but it's almost as if, you know, when you are on your healing journey and there's that need to set really firm boundaries with your family, in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to reconnect with your true self. Sometimes we really need to separate ourselves from the conditioning, the experiences, the people that we grew up with that conditioned us in the first place. So I feel it's almost as if you've had to do that with the Seven of Wands here, and really figure out who you are at your core. Who am I? Who was I born to be? You've done a lot of that inner work going in these different doors here, you see, different portals, trying different things out, going back, even if you're doing past life regression therapy, looking at your past self, or internal family systems work where you're looking at your past self and sort of processing what happened in those other dimensions, in those other worlds, or in those other experiences, segments in your life. These sort of represent segments or dimensions, different dimensions, right? Popping in and out of each one of them. What's it called? Transurfing, like surfing through the matrix, going through the different universes, going through the multiverse, and even choosing where it is that you actually want to go, kind of driving your soul forward. And this could be on a very subconscious level that this is happening through the outer work that you're doing. But in the past, you have had to really set firm boundaries. And I think right now with the Three of Cups here, it's about rebuilding this bridge of communication between you and others, between you and your family, between you and yourself. Look at this, the Eight of Wands figures here. This is like a bridge connecting your past, needing to defend yourself, needing to sort of assert who you are in the face of all those people who you didn't feel knew you or saw you or attuned to you, connected to you in the right way or the way that you needed. But there's this bridge towards, you know, either accepting who they are, doing the inner work in order to let that go, so that you're not bothered by it anymore, and now kind of rebuilding these connections so that you're not impacted by it. You can see them and appreciate them and have compassion for who they are as human beings with their own lived experiences. And now, because of this mind state that you find yourself in after all of the work that you've been doing to coming home to yourself, now you have all this abundance that's coming into your life with the Nine of Pentacles here. And for everybody watching, it's going to be something different. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Pentacles right now. So becoming self-sufficient, very organized, very tapped in to yourself and knowing, and your soul and the work that you want to be putting forth into the world, materializing abundance now with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Materializing it, bringing your dreams, your manifestations into the 3D. And again, everybody who's watching is going to have a different, different dreams, different wishes coming in. Okay, they want me to change the deck. But this is like where the initial card is, where are you being called to journey to? It could be within, it could be in this world. But I think what it's saying is, what does your soul want to experience next? What's next? You've done this, you've done that, you're healing, you're really overcoming some of your limitations from before, especially around other people and family. You feel softer, you feel more at ease in their presence. Whatever the work that you've been doing on yourself is paying off. I think people perceive you as differently now. Whereas before, they saw you as very maybe defensive. They saw you as maybe a lone wolf. This image right here is not, it's a woman, but it kind of looks like a wolf, like a lone wolf howling at the moon, if you look at it from the way I'm looking at it. Screaming out to the moon in agony, sharing the pain, but living and ruminating in that pain. And now they see you really emerging at this point in your life, emerging out of that cocoon with the Hermit card. And even here, this Queen of Cups, I know what this shape around her is, the vulva here, but emerging out of that cocoon, blossoming, the feminine, divine feminine energy here, blossoming out of this cocoon from within. Literally within her body. A lot of self-regulation, taking care of your body, taking care of your needs. You've been focusing on that for a long time, and it's starting to pay off. People are starting to notice, and you're starting to draw people in with your energy. The right people, the right connections, the right opportunities are going to start, if they haven't already, are going to start flooding into your existence. All right. So in terms of, are you single and looking or single and succeeding? Oh, 8 of Wands again. Wow. You're definitely in the single and achieving mode. That doesn't mean that a partner's not coming in for you. Right now, this is all about you focusing on your own empowerment. Because it feels, I think for a long time, you didn't know what it felt to be in your divine feminine energy, to feel calm, to feel poised, to feel focused, to feel creative, to burst at the seams with creativity even, to see color in a different way, to dance and sing just for the sake of dancing and singing, even when nobody's looking, or when people are looking. There's this sense of being very confident, feeling in flow, feeling the rhythm of Mother Nature too. Yeah, White Newman. That's the an extra card in this deck, which talks about manifesting, which talks about ease, the light side of life, the joy, even finding the joy in the darkness as well. But really being in flow, being in sync with the universe, with your higher self. I'm not going to take those because I didn't ask a question. But so that's pretty powerful, pile number 2s. Single and succeeding, single and living, single and honing your craft, your energy, your sensuality. Now would be a really good time to do courses on sensual mirror work, I'm hearing Spirit say. That could be something that you would really enjoy. Dancing, belly dancing. I think that Spirit really wants to push you into doing more creative things for yourself that will make you feel more alive. And then when you are ready, if and when, not that you need to, do something in order to attract the right partner, But I think the more joy you feel, the more at home you feel in your body, the faster you will attract the right person that's meant for you. So again, like belly dancing, doing, yoga, but for fun, not for the sake of exercising, but for the sake of opening up your energy channels, healing, building strength and endurance in your body and your heart. But other things, they're showing me the ghost scene where, the pottery, Demi Moore, and doing the pottery, and Patrick Swayze, and that, I know he's dead in that thing, but it's just like, even in tragedy, even through suffering, coming back to yourself, to the things that you really enjoy doing, to feel grounded in nature somehow, in textiles, doing art, like that's very grounding. That's going to raise your vibrations. And so that'll help you heal from anything that's still lingering from the past, but it'll also help to one day when you're ready, if you want, bring somebody in. 5 of Wands, okay. It did pop out and then I put it back, so I wanted to see what that is. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands. This is a separate message for my singles here. 5 of Wands. Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse as well. Why the 5 of Wands? Some sort of conflict, a conflict ending maybe, the end of waiting. What is this, Spirit? One more, can you clarify? Oh, shoot. Okay. 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Oh, I'm just gonna move that. Okay, 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah. Like, you've grown. You've had to grow from some serious heartache, trauma, abuse with the 3 of Swords here. You've really had to grow and focus on it with intention, conscious intention. And you've taken action steps in order to overcome the conflicts in your life. But I feel like Spirit's congratulating you on not making a mountain. They're saying making a mountain out of a molehill as sort of a reference point. But, when there was a need to raise your voice, you did it. When there was a need to stand your ground, you did it. But at the same time, you've learned to pick and choose your battles. You've learned to let some things slide so that you can focus on something better. You've learned to reject other people's energies with the 4 of Cups here that weren't good for you. These are all things that Spirit has been challenging you with. I think the 5 of Wands in this particular deck has a lot to do with initiation, going through challenges and struggles, lessons in order to grow, in order to set you on the right path to achieve your dreams. And it can be really painful, and sometimes we can feel like the universe has abandoned us when it's not the case. It's just empowering you, teaching you, training you, so that you can be in the right headspace, in the right heart space, at the right time when opportunity pops up, whatever opportunity that might be. But there's a lot of shift happening in the near future. The Hanged Man in reverse says that, to me, says that you've done a lot of this work already. You've made a lot of these observations about yourself and about the world. And you become very good at rejecting what's not right for you, even seeing somebody's intentions ahead of, in the beginning, so you don't waste your time on things that aren't for you. Like, you're really getting good at connecting and listening to and trusting your intuition. And because of that, things are coming in for you that you can't see. The 3 of Wands, they are actually coming in towards you. And there's not a lot of effort, Spirit, saying that you need to take, besides continuing to love yourself, focus on your own energy, put your heart out there, put your message out there, continue to soften around your family and around friends, continue to set boundaries, continue what you're doing because it's working. And sooner or later, sooner than you think, the Wheel of Fortune, you have things completely turning around in your life. It's almost as if, you know, when people who hit the jackpot kind of thing in their business or in life, and they say, it seems to you like I've had overnight success, but what they don't show you, or what I don't show you, is, you know, the 7 years that it took for me to get here. Right? Other people don't see the work that you've already put in. It's as if you, you know, were successful overnight, but that's not actually the case. King of Cups, you've done a lot of the work on your own emotional well-being to get to where you're going. You're literally using the law of attraction to attract and manifest all of your desires. There's so many different things coming in at once. What's one thing that my pile 2 can look forward to? What's one thing that my pile 2 can look forward to? Because I see many different things coming in. But Spirit was one or two things, I guess, because there's different people watching. What are one or two things that my pile number 2 can get excited about? Strength in reverse. I think it's just like they're being cheeky and they don't want to really tell you. They want you to be surprised. It's almost as if, you know, if you know what's coming in, then you might not let it in, I'm seeing. So they don't really want to tell you because they don't want to freak you out. They want you to be surprised, and they want you to face whatever's coming in with a pure and open heart. They don't want you to have any preconceived notions about what's coming in. Oh, okay, what's this? But there could be an offer. I mean, this is saying that there's a bunch of different scenarios depending on who's watching. So we have a Tower. I think that's saying that this is the Tower. Something's coming in. They want you to be surprised with the Strength there. They want you to kind of be caught off guard. They want you to be in your raw and natural state when this comes in. They don't want you to prepare for it ahead of time. So it's going to come in suddenly, whatever it is, the next big surprise, I'll say. And then we have a few different things. We have King of Swords, the Fool. Can you see that? Okay, let's see. I know I layer cards on top of each other, but I just want to get the story out. So we have the Tower, King of Swords, the Fool. And then we have Judgment and Ace of Pentacles. So a gift, some sort of offer, a new beginning, a fresh start, a completely different way of living, right? It could be a new energy, just feeling really light in the world and not really caring so much about where you're going. Some of you, it could be travel with the Fool there. An opportunity to travel a little bit more, a solo adventure I'm seeing for some of you. If you have been thinking about, they're saying if some of you have been thinking about planning that solo trip, Spirit saying do it. The idea might come onto you suddenly and just take the leap, I'm hearing for some of you. And I think it's like this Tower is going to bring in a sudden moment of decision. Like you have to make a decision about something or someone in a moment. But whatever it is, or an adventure or a partnership or a business deal or something's coming in, it's going to come in suddenly. You're going to have to make a decision about it, and be very decisive with the King of Swords there. It's like you really are going to have to be discerning about this, wise. So look at this king here. He has one eye is connected to his third eye, seeing through Spirit's eyes, and the other one is through his human eyes. So looking very objectively at this moment, at this decision, at this thing that is offer being presented to you, and being critical, using your critical thinking to analyze and assess the information and make a choice as to what is best for you in that moment. But I think there's a little bit of throwing caution to the wind, taking a risk where it's warranted, not to fear, not to worry about what may come, because you are prepared for it. Whatever it is, though, with the Ace of Pentacles here, it's a gift from the universe. So for everybody watching, it's going to be something different. They're not really going into specifics. You know, the King of Swords could be a person. Let's see. King of Swords, what is that? No, they don't want to show me. There's Six of Swords. Being decisive, moving away from the person you used to be, maybe even continuously facing some challenges, some blocks, last minute blocks that Spirit wants to sort of challenge you and make sure that you really are focused on the dream that you want. When maybe something bad happens, it could be that you've been manifesting something and you're still sort of lingering in that final challenges, Spirit's challenging you, trying to challenge and test your resolve. Do you really want this thing bad enough? Do you really want that to manifest into your life? Let us know by dealing with this with this situation that's coming up, this challenging moment, in the way that the future you would deal with this challenge. Have you really matured emotionally? Are you ready for this next phase, for this next adventure, all that kind of stuff, right? But you are working with Spirit here. Continue to do that. You're doing a really great job. But again, for everybody, it's going to be different. I'll try and pull one more. Anything else? Anything specific or... No, they're just... Let's see. Knight of Cups, yeah. There's an offer coming. There is an offer coming of some kind. Everybody, it's going to be different depending on what it is. Yeah, Nine of Cups. For everybody, it's going to be different. Whatever it is that you've been focusing on, manifesting, wanting to happen, it's coming. There might be a few little more challenges that you have to go through in order to fine-tune the direction that you're going forwards in, but there are offers coming in for you. Things are looking really good, and you're attracting very positive situations and people into your life with your own energy, because you've done the work on yourself and you're feeling very confident and secure in yourself right now. And that's all that really matters, because Spirit just wants you to know whatever you are dreaming of or have been dreaming of, it is coming in. They're in the final stages of preparing you for that. So that's what I have for you. Oh, I didn't do this one. Speak gently to yourself. Speak gently to yourself. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I read that. I wasn't planning on that. But that's not a mistake. There's definitely a message in that for you. What is a self-care practice or something that Pile 2 can focus on in order to bring their dreams in closer or faster or at the right time? Self-respect, yeah. So that makes sense. One more. Revelation. Okay, so something's coming in. Something's going to be revealed to you. It either could be through insight or seeing something, right? That's going to click. It's going to make something click for you. It could be literally someone bringing you some information that's going to help you on this path or whatever you're doing or going through right now. Let's see. Self-respect. Respect yourself. You're the best judge of what's right. Wow, okay. And then revelation, listen to your life. The right path will reveal itself. Yeah, so I can't they don't want me to get specific in this reading for you guys, but as long as you respect your own needs, respect your time, respect yourself, set your boundaries, stick to your boundaries, right? You're going to teach other people how to respect you, how you want to be treated, how you want to be communicated with, how your love language. That's up to you to sort of project and show the world so that they know what to expect from you. They know what your needs are. They know what you want. And when you can do that, it makes life easier, makes communication easier, relationships easier, right? But it starts with your own self-respect. And don't think, they're telling me one side note. If you feel as though being, holding your boundaries is like, oh, they're saying, this saying like, oh, look at him on his high horse or her on her high horse. If people are going to say that about you when you respect yourself, then they're not the right people to have in your life. The right people will honor and respect you when you honor and respect yourself. And if they don't, I would question my relationships with those people. right? But I think you already know that, and you've been doing that work around that and setting your boundaries, firm boundaries with people who, don't respect you. We can't walk away or get rid of everybody in our lives, but we can set and hold firm boundaries. And that's the messages I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for being here. Good luck on this journey, this venture that you're going towards. And I'm excited to hear what is coming in for you, or what it is that you're manifesting and want to happen. And also let me know what that is, and let me know when it does happen for you. I'm excited. Big hugs, big love. Give me a like and comment below if you feel called to. And with that, I will see you in the next reading. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Crossing the threshold of loneliness and into togetherness, perhaps. I know this isn't exactly the case, but it looks almost like this snake is wrapped around like a hammer, like Thor, Okay, I'm not going to go into how that looks in my mind, but it could even be crossing the threshold from what was the word I was thinking of? Not darkness, but like devil, and not like addictions per se, but that sort of dark energy play. What is the word? Like from sowing your wild oats to now being ready for commitment. There's a word, it'll come to me. Leaving behind the mess of the past, those poor decisions that you made in the past, the darkness that you went through in the past, finally having some clarity about who you are, what you want, maybe. Ready to settle down, ready for nesting, building a home. You're just tired of, it's like you're tired of the same old stuff. It doesn't fill you up, and in fact, you're starting to maybe feel really weighed down by habits, toxic relationships, experiences in your life. Crossing the threshold. It could be literally moving from one community, one area to another, because where you were at wasn't feeling very good for you, energetically speaking. Moving away from toxic, I think I already said that, toxic friends and family, relationships, behaviors, coping mechanisms. But making the choice to step into the light. Page of Pentacles, a whole new life. This is a new beginning, material beginning. And because the page is a pentacle, the pentacles is an earth energy. So this could represent a person. I don't think it does, but I think it could represent a person. Maybe a loss of a child, perhaps, because right now there's 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It could be going from darkness, loss of a child or of a person, an outdated way of thinking, something that happened in your past. This could represent your inner child as well, making those poor decisions because they're acting from a place of hurt and pain and suffering. It could be what it's referring to as well. Pentacles is a very earth energy. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn energy. The material world, 3D, something new is emerging in your 3D life, in your reality, perceived reality. Okay. What do you want us to know about this Page of Pentacles, Spirit? Pile 3. Okay. All right. That's too many cards. Which should I take? Not these. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. We have... Okay. Page of Wands. 4 of Wands. These cards are really big, so I'm going to move that, I think, up there. We had that page here. 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups, Hierophant, and 3 of Wands. Right, you've come out of a really dark time. I won't go into all the different reasons or how that might have manifested for you, but you've been through a really dark time. And you're craving stability with the 4 of Wands here. And there's this maze, right? You've gone through this maze, or you feel like you've been going through this maze, and you're like, how do I get out of this? And there's like a dead end. Right? This isn't exactly a maze, but it looks kind of like a maze, or a crop circle kind of thing, but it looks like a maze. But it's actually not really a maze. You have to go through all these blocks, and it's almost as if you just came to so many roadblocks here. So many roadblocks, maybe from your own inner shadow, right? Holding you back. Unconscious beliefs about yourself. Just conflicts in your life. Conflicts that may be rippled. There's a rippling effect here with the 5 of Wands. Conflicts not just in your life, but around you, in your environment, at work, at home, with family, other people, the conflicts in the world that are happening right now. There's a lot of conflict going around that has a ripple effect, and it's affecting you. It's taking pieces, years from your life with this piece here, piece of the pie, like taking from you. And you've been in this state of fear of being taken from, of being stolen from, of being affected by stuff that you don't control. This is like a ripple effect of something that's happening on the other side of the world that's negatively impacting you. And you've been really afraid of it, focusing on it, worried about it. There's all these fears going on. I can see, though, that you're tired of feeling that way. You're tired of focusing on the negative. You're tired of things affecting you that shouldn't be affecting you, that maybe even are none of your business. And you're just like, I'm just tired of other people's stuff being dumped on me, is what I'm hearing. That's the energy, though. It's like you crave stability, but you've always found yourself in this world of instability, and you're like, why? Why is it that it keeps affecting me? I want to build something new. I want to bring about change. I want something new, a new life, a new perspective, a new whatever it is, a new fresh start. And then we have the 6 of Cups here, and 6 of Cups and the Hierophant. What is the 6 of Cups? No, I don't. 6 of Cups. Nine of Swords. I'm just going to cover up her naughty bits on her body, because YouTube, Okay, so, I guess I'd do that too. I love this deck. It's so sad that I can't really use it. Nine of Swords, the Fool. I was thinking about the Fool. I was wondering why it wasn't here. Okay, so here yet. Nine of Swords. You have been, yeah, you've just been impacted by other people's stuff for really a long time. And I feel like, look at the Scorpion here. I can't show you the whole card, but the Six of Cups, there's an owl, flowers, or not an owl, a dove, like a morning dove or a peace dove or a love dove or whatever. Sorry, I don't know, different doves, but a dove there, swooping in, and then you have this Scorpion, though, kind of resting and waiting in the winds on this flower. And I think that because the Six of Cups can speak to relationships, satisfying relationships. It could be people from your past, sometimes karmic cords that need to be cut or to be looked at, or like repetitive behaviors with people from your past or relationships from your past, from your childhood, conditioning from your childhood. Six of Cups can also talk about your reparenting yourself, deconditioning from the experiences that you've had on your past that have been imprinted on your soul. It can also speak to your inner child and, living in accordance with your life design, your path that you're meant to be living in this life, but have been impacted by the world around you. And so you've been conditioned to be something that you're actually not meant to be. So I think that that's more the case in this situation, is that you're really trying to do the healing work and have a fresh start, and align yourself with your inner child, with the path that you're meant to be taking those baby steps forward with the Page of Cups there, taking baby steps towards a new life, letting go of the old, stepping into the new, letting go of pain and suffering and anxiety and sleepless nights and worry and fear and all the stuff that's been holding you back, and stepping into a brand new life and playing by your own rules with the Hierophant here. Or it could be very traditional. The Hierophant can be, it could be literally a healing. I'm hearing a healing trap. Not that that's a thing, but it could be that you've been requested by government or judicial authorities to seek healing, seek refuge in some way. There could be some legal matters going on there with the Hierophant I'm seeing. What's the word? Like atonement, but doing your time, I'm hearing Spirit say, like doing your time for the things that have happened in the past, or that you've done your time and now it's time for you to, bring in something new, open yourself up to other possibilities. It could also be that you've towed the line with the Hierophant. I'm getting that message as well, that you've been towing the line to your detriment. You've been following what society and your family structures and have taught you to do, conditioned you to do, and you're like, you've been towing the line and you're not doing it anymore, so you're gonna start to follow your own path. Or it could be like that, but reversed. Like, it could be that you're tired of doing things in your own way through your traumatized core, through your pain, through your agony, and that sort of perception as like a victim. You're tired of doing it that way, and so now you're stepping into a more traditional way of living your life. It could be that as well, a new beginning, a fresh start, living more traditionally, because you feel like you need that stability. So maybe living traditionally and doing things traditionally by society's standards, so I can keep myself and my family safe. Or this is talking about someone who's really been wounded or inflicted a lot of wounds in the past, and you're trying to own up to those mistakes and change your life, right? Returning to a state, an age of innocence with the Six of Cups there. The Emperor, I'm going to put that there for a second. Aries energy. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. The Emperor is father, so it could be a father figure, father wounding, dealing with your father wounds, dealing with the patriarch, being a good father, being a good caregiver, provider. That could be something that you're wanting to do in this next phase of your life. Heal the wounds that your father inflicted on you so that you can be the father or the masculine energy figure that your children need with the Page of Pentacles there. That could be something. becoming something that you didn't have, I think, is a big message here. 10 of Wands. Breaking the cycle of trauma and abuse from the patrilineal line. How do you say that? The paternal side. I feel like it's like a patrilineage or something. That's what I want to say. The masculine side, the father side of your lineage, healing those wounds, stopping the cycle of abuse and trauma that has been passed down through the men, the toxic masculinity in your family network, even in your community. This could be, the patriarch. Ending the effects, focusing on a more divine feminine energy, softening, loving, nurturing, opening, being very open and honest and vulnerable. Like what's the opposite of being a toxic masculine, right? Loving, holding space, strong, firm, but grounded as well. Leading the way through, like directing the way. I'm hearing like a man of the people who leads by example, not by authority, they're saying. So there's 3 of Wands. What's going on there? Spirit, 3 of Wands. What's happening over here at the end? What's going on? What's coming in? I guess that's the better question. What's coming in to pile number 3's life? Solo and looking, solo and succeeding. Oh, strength in reverse again. No, they don't want it in reverse. They want to take it upright. So the strength upright. 3 of Wands. This very fiery energy. Could be Leo. A Leo coming in. 3 of Wands. Strength is a Leo card. Opening up that portal. Look at this. This card has this portal here. Opening the heart chakra, the heart portal, to welcome love and connection in. Loving relationships. I think the idea is Spirit wants you to, when you're ready, open yourself up to love, to possibilities, daydream. Tap into your heart. What do you actually want in a relationship? What are you seeking, if that's something that you're looking for? Make a list. Pro-cons list, even. What is it that you want? How do you want to feel? 3 of Pentacles. Oh. What's that? Page of Wands. Oh, that's a whole other story. Spirit, okay. I'm going to put this over here for a second. Get into that. That down this way. We'll go, that's like this. Page of Wands. Third party energy. That's giving me third party energy with the 3 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Like very impulsive, very hypersexual. It could be, I'm not really feeling like sex addiction, but definitely filling a void with a lot of different experiences, right? Believing that maybe that's how you fill this void. And maybe that's why the Strength card did kind of come out. It's upside down, but upright too, depending on the situation. But Spirit wants you to start filling the void inside of your heart, inside of your soul, from this pain that you've experienced in the past, with something other than, things that are temporary. Temporary escapades in the bedroom, food, right? Fuel your needs, fuel yourself, your joy with something else. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles, with work even, with a passion project. There's something that your soul wants to put out into the world. Maybe that you could focus on creativity, focus on building something, focus on a hobby, anything else. Build up your interests. I met a man recently who is he's a carpenter, and he makes these beautiful, very realistic birds. And he says he has a significant trauma past, grew up in an alcoholic, abusive home, and he said that wood carving these birds saved his life. So this is what that's giving me. It's focusing on something that you're really talented at, expanding those talents, harnessing them, right? Taking classes, focusing on something that really brings you joy, that's not just this, the Page of Wands, impulsivity, dopamine hits kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on YouTube, so I'm just gonna... Everybody will have a different passion project, right? Focus on your dreams, but work up towards your dreams. What is it that you want? Work backwards. Create the steps, like list the steps of, or focus. Okay, let me say that again. Write down your dream in this cloud bubble, and then list off the steps that you think that you can start taking in order to achieve those dreams, and spend your energy on that instead of spending your energy trying to hide from your inner wounds, trying to feel good by getting these very temporary short bursts of dopamine through, things that feel good to the brain in the short term, but don't necessarily contribute to your overall life in the long term. Depending on, what your goals are, everybody's different. But if it doesn't feel good and you're just doing it because it's what you've always done, or you're doing it because for 10 minutes, an hour, it feels good, but you leave feeling depleted, that's temporary. Spirit wants you to really fill your cup long term. Focus on your joy, focus on your happiness, focus on real connections with the Three of Cups here, instead of just these temporary dalliances. So what's really going to fill your cup? What people do you really want to share your life with? What experiences will make you feel good? What make you celebrate life? Oh God, the Hierophant again. Taurus energy again. Some of you, this is for some. You could be very religious with this card, and there's something about, like, I know at the Catholic Church you go in for confession. This is something like that. So whatever it is in your church or your faith that you do that's similar to confession, or if you can do it in a journal, or if you can do it just praying to God, if you can do it to your angels and guides, to a counselor, to a therapist maybe, that is what that card is saying. Go to counseling, go to a therapist, talk to your priest, go to confession, atone for your, I don't like to say sins, but that's kind of the general mood anyway. Atone for your sins, take responsibility, and be accountable to yourself for your life, whatever it is that happened in the past. That's a big part of AA and Al-Anon is making amends. That could be what that card signifies as well, making amends with people from the past who you have hurt, where it's safe to do so, That could be really important for you as well. There's a lot going on here. I can't unpack it in one reading. Why are you single? I feel like a lot of you want to be in a connection, but you don't know how. You never had with the Father card there, or the Emperor card, you never had that role model to show you how to be in a relationship, how to give and receive love. If you didn't learn that from your community, from your home, your family, your caregivers, primary caregivers, it's very difficult to then go into the world and try to give that or receive it from somebody else. If you don't have the blueprint, the map, the imprint to be able to, then it's really hard to. You have to learn yourself through trial and error, through experiences, through letting people down, through hurt, through pain. Unfortunately, that happens for a lot of people, for a lot of us, and it's not, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility if you want your life to change, which I think you do. I don't think most of us, this maybe, you're a true born psychopath. I don't think most of us are born wanting to hurt other people or wanting to hurt ourselves. But we experience things that teaches us to separate ourselves from the world, to be defensive, to avoid connections, true intimate connections and vulnerability and being seen. But the process to overcome that and to experience joy and connection and love with other people and to feel safe in those connections, that takes, sadly, it does take a lot of work, but it's something that your soul came here to do, and you can do it. It's going to take some time and a process. If you don't know the process for yourself, working with a coach or, again, a therapist, a counselor, or something that has been through it, who understands you, that can really help you, I would look for somebody like that. Someone who can who you can be vulnerable with, who you can be honest and open with. With the 8 of Wands here, honesty and openness is important. Therapy only works, when both the therapist and the client are involved. You have to do the work too on yourself. It's one thing to go to therapy, but it's not the therapist's job to help you or to make it stick, to really integrate it into your heart. That takes practice. So you take what you learn in those classes and those sessions and those healing seminars, whatever it is that you do, you take what you learn in there, rehab maybe, you take what you learn and apply it every single day until it sticks, until you don't even have to think about applying it. It just comes naturally, right? That's how synaptic pruning works. When you are still your old self, but you are emerging into the new self, it takes consistent effort, conscious intention and effort in order to establish the new neural networks that will create the new personality that you want to see emerge in this life, to see the connections, literally in your brain, but also with the world around you, perceiving the world differently, perceiving threat differently. Not seeing everybody around you as a potential threat, not seeing love as a threat. It's a lot. We could go on, right? This is something that I do with my private clients. I'm currently working on a course to help people heal after abuse, but also like self-abuse. So I'm working on a course for you guys, an online course that'll be available in the next few weeks, month or so. All right, I'm going to leave the cards at that because this is a super heavy reading and I could really go on and try to help and coach you, but everybody's going to be different, and so I don't want to get too far off track. What is something, Spirit, I'm going to pull a card from the self-care deck. What is something that pile 3 can do to usher in this change, to open their hearts, to atone for things that have happened in the past? What can they do? Okay, nature and playfulness. Yeah, again, returning to innocence, your childlike state, playing, if you have kids, playing more with your kids, spending more time with them. Nature, take a walk, let the beauty of nature feed your soul. Just get into the natural world, a vacation, a trip, going by water if you enjoy it, getting grounded. I think that this really says getting grounded into yourself, into this world, into your life here in this world, into your body in this world. We are spiritual beings living a human experience, that's true, but that doesn't take away from the fact that we're still human beings and we still have to live here and we still have to learn lessons and we still have to learn how to regulate ourselves and get connected with our body, heal our body so that we can be conscious, right? When your body is dysregulated through trauma and fear and being unhealthy, choosing unhealthy coping mechanisms that feel good temporarily, that hurts your connection with yourself, with the world, with other people, with spirit. So healing your body, getting connected, getting grounded, getting rooted into nature, into your body, can have a really positive, far-reaching impact into your life, into your relationships, into yourself, into how you navigate the rest of your life. It doesn't matter where you're at, nothing's impossible, and it's never too late. It's never too late to try. It's never too late to do the work so that you can come back. The people who love you, if you've really alienated yourself from people, from behaviors that you were using when you were in pain, doing the work and coming back, later in life, if maybe you're estranged from your children, doing the work and coming back and admitting fault, admitting and being responsible, taking accountability for what happened in the past, but also showing that you've changed and being ready to show up differently in this playful, lighthearted, love-filled energy, being very vulnerable and open to the people who need you to be open and vulnerable with them, to the people who maybe you've disappointed in the past, who now you sort of have to earn their trust again. And that, again, that just takes time and a willingness to change, and a willingness to show up consistently every single day to be that person that you want to be, that your soul wants to be, that it came here to be. Right, with that, I'm going to leave it there. Pile number 3, thank you for being here, sharing your energy with me. Big hugs. I know you've been through a lot, right? And there's a lot that maybe you're not proud of, but that doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. Maybe you've done bad things that have hurt other people and hurt yourself, but it comes out of a place of being wounded from childhood, from maybe a father figure like we talked about, from the structures within society. And when you're conditioned in that way, it takes time to overcome it, right? But when you're ready to accept responsibility, then spirit will always be there to support you. And the right people, the people who really love you, when you're ready to heal and really make a change in your life, those people are going to support you. The right people will support you on that journey. And just like, the right people will also hold you accountable, right? Because they respect themselves, and if they respect themselves, they know how to respect you, and they care about you as well. Okay, it's mirrored out from them onto you. So again, with that, pile number 3, sending you love. Thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me. I'm sorry to leave you on this. I keep on this heavy note. I feel for you. I really do. But just know that you are worthy of good things. You really, really are. No matter what's happened in the past, things can change if you want them to, and if you're willing to do the work to usher that in, the change into your life, move things along. All right? Give big hugs. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If it resonated, comment below. You can always email me. I know this is more personal than the other ones, so you can always email me your story if you want to get out some thoughts. I love reading them, and I try my very best to reply to each and every comment and email that I get. All right? I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.